Hello, hello, everybody. It's April 1st. This is not a joke. We're done with quarter one of 2019, and I've had a lot of my students asking who are using my Blueprint year, and just any students in my Blueprint community asking how I conduct a quarterly review and what I look at in my business each quarter. And so I thought I would just do a quick live, spend 5 minutes with you guys, show you how I use my book, but also how you can conduct a quarterly business review in your business, why I think it's so important just to get reconnected to those big goals every single year, what numbers I'm looking at right now. And this is one of my favorite days of the whole year. I love spending time out of my business to work on my business, but sometimes it's just helpful to have a guide. So if you have my Blueprint year, we're going to look at the quarterly pages, the quarter one review today. If you don't have it, that's totally fine. I want to give you a sample of it. So you can go, I'll share the link. It's actually, if you're on Instagram, it's in my profile. If you're on Facebook, it's in the comments. But it's shannaskimmer.com/quarter-review. And you can download a free sample. It's about a 10-page guide of what I look at, the questions I ask in my business. This one's a couple years old, so it doesn't have all the data, but it's going to be really good for you to get started with your own quarterly business review. So how many of you have ever conducted a business review or sat down and taken a day out of your business to look and track what's going on in your business throughout the year? So not just at the end of the year. I know a lot of us do this at the end of the year, the beginning of the year when we're setting goals, but how many of you have a practice of sitting down either monthly or quarterly and looking at your business? If you do, just give me I see lots of waves happening over here on Instagram. If you already have this practice, I would love to hear in the comments how that's going for you, what you do each month. So I have done this since I really started in 2006 doing this when I worked as a financial advisor. We had a practice in my office, my financial planning office, of once a year getting out and doing annual planning. And then every single month I would drive to Nashville, Tennessee and meet with my team, and we would go over sales goals, how we're tracking progress towards our big annual goals. And it was just a really intentional day to think about our business each and every month. And I just have kept that practice now for however many years. I can't do quick math. And I just love the time to do that. So let me walk you through. If you're a student of mine, I see so many of you, hey Mariana, here today. So I actually did this last Friday. So I do this on the last Friday of every single month. I do my monthly review inside my Blueprint year. So let me just quickly show you some questions that I'm looking at. This is what, I'll show you for April. Every single month, sorry, did you guys hear my dog? She's like coughing in the background. Awesome, thanks Sadie. So this is what we look like every single month going into a new month. So it's a checklist here. So the first thing I do is schedule important dates on my calendar. And in our new book, we have a calendar view for each month. I actually use the stickers from Laura Casey. I love them, her goal setting stickers. I'm not really, I'm more of a neutral person probably in my life, but like there's something about adding stickers to your planner that just makes me really happy. So I use Laura Casey's goal setting stickers. So schedule important dates. I schedule my money date, which has also been deemed Finance Fridays or duty days by my students. I do mine the last Friday of the month. So you'll see it right here. Finance Friday, money date, that's where I sit down, and I'll go through my checklist in a second, but I look at all my spending personally and in my business and do all my bookkeeping that day, send invoices that day, so it's a really great day. And then I sit down and review the previous month and then prep for the upcoming month. So I'll show you quickly those pages, but I wanted to do this because we're ending quarter one. That means we're a fourth of the way through the year. How are you tracking towards those big goals? We're starting anew. So every single month I sit down and ask myself some simple questions. And if anybody has my Blueprint year, they have a copy of this. So this is something I do every single month. It's the 3 highs of the month. What are the 3 things that went really well? The 3 lows, and something I call unexpected cool. So it's something that happened. This is our just monthly review pages. Unexpected cool. It's something that's surprising that I didn't know. I didn't put on my goal sheet. I didn't plan for the month, but it was just something really cool that happened. And I love tracking that. Something I teach in my Blueprint Year course is about how celebration changes basically the shape of your brain. And every time we celebrate or we count those blessings or we count those successes, it gives us more and more confidence to achieve our goals the next time. And so that's why this is set up in a really intentional way to count the things you've achieved and look at those. Leah, unexpected cool. Unexpected cold, moving to Minnesota, absolutely. So then on every single month, we have a whole page just to celebrate things that have happened. So it's really great. Okay, so let me show you really fast my March review, and then I'll go into each quarter. If you guys have any questions about what I look like, what I look at in my business, or anything I'm not covering, anything you're interested to know, just pop that in there. So this is my March review. And I put our monthly highs. You guys are going to read this. I just posted my April goals, in March review, but we got a house in Minnesota. So I'm so excited. That's like my #1 high. As of now, I still live in a hotel, as you can see, with the maroon background. We're here for a couple more weeks, but something else I was super proud of. Sorry, everybody on Facebook can see Sadie. She is, as of now, saying, I have to go to the bathroom. Oops. Okay, so something I was really proud of in March is that we had, and Marianna on my team is on here, but March was so automated. I was so proud. We had blogs going out every single week. Our new audio series, Best Thing I've Learned About Money, was going. We had emails going out, and that was something I was really proud of. We were working really hard to get content automated. So those monthly highs, monthly lows, I just had one. Guys, I'm sorry. This is what it's like. Small business. Did y'all hear that? It's a hotel phone. I don't know how to turn it off, so stop calling. Okay, I'm getting flustered. So many things are happening. And then all the things that went really well. I love that. Let's dig into the quarter. I saw one question. How can we get the booklet via the course? Okay, so Anna, I see your question, and to get a sample of the quarterly review pages, which I'm about to go over right here, you can actually, if you don't have the book, you can get on the wait list at myblueprintyear.com for the 2020 books, but you can download a quarterly review sample. So it's from a couple years ago, so the pages aren't quite up to date, but you'll have these questions asked. So it's a link. So you're on Instagram, just go to the link in my profile and you can download the sample of the quarterly review pages. This is kind of an impromptu live, so hope it's fun, guys. Ask me any questions that you have. So I started doing my, you're gonna have to wait. This is what it's like probably to run a business with a child. Okay, quarterly review. Professionally, what is working, what isn't working, the lessons I learned there. I love celebrating your most proud moment from the previous quarter, so 3 months. Again, just celebration. We're trying to show and build confidence that we can achieve the goals that we set. And then things that I'm grateful for right there. Marianna, I don't know if you can see this, but your name is top on the list. Grateful for Marianna. So I do that. That's professionally. I also look at personally. I do a personal review. How am I doing? How did I care for myself this quarter? What do I want to add to the upcoming quarter? And then what do I want to subtract? I love that question because I think so often I'm like, what are we doing next? Where are we going next? What are we adding next? But something about what do I need to subtract to make room for those things and things that I learned. Getting some good things on Facebook. Thanks, guys. Then I do a financial review. So the financial review each quarter is I look at how I'm tracking towards my sales goal for the year. I then also look at how I'm spending. Am I staying within those spending parameters that I created for my personal and for my business. So I look at every single month, I look at my personal finances and my business finances, kind of all in this one big day, monthly review day. And then quarterly, I just want to say, how are we tracking towards that big sales goal? Am I spending within those limits, or have I been overspending, or do I have some room to spend some more, which is always really fun when you feel like you have more money to spend. One of the other things is, what is one huge financial victory that you've had in the quarter? Again, just like taking time to stop and celebrate what's been going on in your business financially. And then what are you recommitting to in your finances? What are you going to do this next quarter just to focus on hitting those big goals? Do you guys see my dog? Oh my gosh. She's like, please take me to the potty. Okay, and then the last thing is, I love this section about remind and recommit. So every year, if you guys went through my Blueprint Year course, you know I usually set 3 financial goals, 3 personal goals, and 3 professional goals. So 9 total, I call them outcomes. I talk about this more on the blog today, where I'm sharing my March review and April goals. And so every single quarter I sit down and I just rewrite those out. Where do I want to end up at the end of this year? How am I tracking towards those things? The goal really is just to refocus on where you set yourself up to be 3 months ago when you sat down and created your big goals for the year. I think so often we get into it and life happens. Y'all, I've like literally moved halfway around the country, but the things that mattered back then still matter today. And so it's really great just how can I get back on track towards those things? Give yourself grace in what's happened, but I always find just the intentionality of spending time every single month, every single quarter, sitting down and looking at where you want to end up is really, really helpful. And that's what I look at. The other things that aren't on these pages that I think are really important to track, and anybody who has my Blueprint Year book, I know I keep saying that, I know some of you don't have it, but I just want you to know these numbers so when you're doing it yourself. You can print off the free guide. Again, it's linked in my bio or on Facebook. It's right there in the comments. But I look at my audience reach. I want to see how we're growing in that. That's something we've been intentionally trying to track this year. Since you guys know I went off social media for 18 months and I started learning a lot about other ways to market that's not directly driven by social media. And I'm so proud this quarter that we have like doubled our website traffic. And yes, back on social media, but social media is making up, especially Instagram, just a small percentage of that. Pinterest is now our #1 driver for website traffic. And so I'm just tracking these numbers. And if you aren't, I would love to see you start tracking. I look at my email newsletter subscribers. I look at how many followers I have on Instagram, and I just track this each month just to track that progress. I look at Facebook. I definitely look at Pinterest, and what I'm looking at on Pinterest is specifically how many views that we have every single month. I don't know a ton about Pinterest. My marketing, there's a person on my team, Rihanna, who does my marketing and PR, and she runs our Pinterest, and she's a rock star. She's gotten our Pinterest up to over 3 million views every single month, and it's now our #1 social media driver, which is just super exciting to see the diversity. So I'm not so stressed out about Instagram or feeling like used to before I went off Instagram, that was my #1 source of traffic. It was bringing in 70% of all traffic to my website. And now it brings in, I think 20% is social media, and Instagram is 20% of that. So I don't know what that number is, but not a lot. And that makes me feel really good that I feel like I've diversified what I call more sustainable marketing. Okay, got off track. So then on my website, I look at how many users and how many page views. I think that's really helpful to see that we're not just getting people to the website, but they're looking at different things. And then the last thing I track is my YouTube channel, which we're not actively growing or like pushing, but we're producing a lot of video content. So it's a great place to house almost like a portfolio of videos if you're ever interested. Hi guys. So that's what I look at every single quarter, and I hope that you just encourage to sit down and say what's working, what's not working. I look at it personally, professionally, and financially. or track our audience reach and our goals that way with social media traffic, website traffic, email. All that's really helpful. And just review, recommit to the 9 outcomes, what I call goals as outcomes, that I want to recommit to, because we have 3 more quarters in front of us. So 3/4 of the year is still ahead. So even if you feel like it's been pretty crazy or things have gone differently than you expected, we can always get back on track to the things that matter the most. So I hope this was just helpful. Just wanted to give you a quick way that I review every single quarter. Again, if you don't have my blueprint year and you're looking for a guide, I created just kind of a 10-page guide for quarterly reviews. You can get it on Facebook. It's in the description. And on Instagram, it's the link in my bio. It's shannaskidmore.com/quarter-review. So that'll help you find, you can download that guide. It's about 10 pages, and it'll just ask you these questions. What's working, what's not working, just how to recommit to your goals for the year. So I hope this was helpful. We made it through quarter 1. I hope you're feeling great with your progress in your business so far, in your finances, in your personal goals. And if you're not, that's okay too. A lot can happen in a year. We still have 3/4 of the year left, and I'm over here cheering you guys on. I'm gonna go take my dog out before she jumps the door down. Bye guys.